Hello, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to the truck. How's it going, everybody? I am sitting in line at the park waiting to go on a hike. And so I was like, I'm going to record this here because it'll be a pretty background. Now, if you're new to the channel, yes, the sofa is missing. We usually do have a sofa or a fake one on the green screen. But when we're in trial, especially for Lori Daybell trial and trying to follow all the movements closely, I'll do some of these updates from the truck to just talk about a few quick thoughts about certain things. Usually they're based on what I get the most emails about for people sending me clips or asking me about something. And it's also on the premise that I don't have time to get it out there and make a full video on it, that type of thing. But if it's something major, then yes, we'll revisit it. For today, what we're going to do is just talk about a couple of little antics or going-ons in the courtroom for day 2 of jury selection. Okay, so for those who aren't familiar, number one, this isn't a deep dive into this, obviously. I have a huge playlist. Lori Daybell trial, just years worth, right? We're currently in trial for alleged crimes against Brandon Boudreaux. Brandon Boudreaux is Lori Daybell's niece's, Melanie Pulowski's, ex-husband. Brandon Boudreaux is the only person who has survived the getting in the eyesights and the gun scope side, if you will, of the Daybell Mafia, okay? So she is being, put up for trial, all this kind of stuff about allegedly and, conspiring and trying to take his life. So there's the quick little thing, whatever. Anyways, so in court, 2 big things that I've heard from everybody about that I looked at and went into. And usually for these kind of things, I'm following Justin Lum, Nate Eaton, Lauren from Hidden True Crime, these people who are actually there. Okay, so first of all, the judge is like, yeah, we're not going to be doing the oral thing anymore. I'm just going to give you handwritten, his decisions on things and whatnot after Lori's outburst. So if you've been following this, you'll know Lori argues back and forth with the judge, right? She's having an argument over expired coupons at the store, okay? So she goes back and forth with him constantly. And he's just kind of like, yeah, no, we're not doing that, right? That we can solve this very quickly. So I thought that was very interesting and very appropriate. The biggest thing, and I'm curious for y'all's opinions on this. So Lori, it basically is sick, right? So all of a sudden, the tweets coming out of the courtroom and all this type of stuff is like, okay, court's being halted. What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And everybody gets an upper, oh my God, she's done a plea deal, whatever. And it turns out Lori says she's sick. She's not feeling good. Judge is like, we have to wrap this up for today. He's asking, hey, jurors, can y'all come back? Can we do this? Can we do that? And he tells Lori, hey, look, if you're going to have to quarantine, and you can't, you need to make your people aware of what's going on, right? So you need to keep everybody in the know. Here, so there's that. So they leave court early. There's that. Lori is allegedly at jail, sick or whatever's going on with her. Okay, so here's my opinion. So first of all, of course, was I there? No. Am I Lori? No. Am I anyone in this? No. So this is all sofa speculation, right? From the comfort of my, truck speculation today, right? So, there's that. If I was Lori, would I feel sick all the time? Yeah, right? Who wouldn't? Do I think she really is? I doubt it. Okay, I think that this is a tactic by Lori to stall things. Look at what happens when she stalls things. She halts court. She halts the storyline. She halts the media. She halts the public who's all interested in this. This is an industry, and not just Lori, but true crime. People like Lori, Sarah Boone, people like this, they're keenly aware of the power they hold and how many eyes are on them. And I think they personally enjoy it. So Lori has her own motivations for wanting to do this, wanting to do that, wanting to stall the case, whatever it is. And this is a surefire way to stall it. Hey, I'm sick. I can't say, whether she yelled the C word or not, I don't know. But this is just a surefire way to stall things, keep them from progressing and whatnot. So here's the next question I'm curious about. I'm curious to see if we'll even have court on Monday or if she keeps dragging this out. So this is my opinion. She's either going to drag it out and be like, okay, let's, see what we can get out of this, or it's some kind of legitimate thing, or maybe she got taken care of what she wanted to do or whatever, but Monday we'll be back in business, right? So who knows? But I feel like if it's a stall tactic, well, what's the use in stalling it on Friday, to only start back again Monday. It's almost like, well, you're going to do this anyways, right? Except for slowing the jury process down. So it definitely could buy her some time. Yeah, but it's a matter of how much time is she trying to buy, if that's really what she's doing. Okay. So there's that. So those are the two biggest things I saw people emailing me about and whatnot that I wanted to address. So just to kind of recap, judge is like, look, I'm responding to you in handwritten stuff here. We're not arguing in this courtroom. Now, do I think that's going to stop that? No. But I think that this judge completely knows her number. And he's been very fair with her. And I'm not even saying that from a biased point of view, but these defendants who scream unfairness are usually overly treated with way more fairness than your average defendant is. Just to make sure to dot your I's and cross your T's. And in that way, I guess they're kind of winning at the game, right? So that being said, there's that. And then the sick thing. So what do you think? I'm mostly curious to see, whatever, of course, you want to leave in the comments is appreciated. I'm mostly curious, though, to see what y'all think about, do you think she's really sick? Do you think it's a stall tactic? So whenever it starts actually, it meaning the trial starts going, like we're in trial, we will be streaming it on the podcast channel. So be sure and check out over there. And that's it. So until then, I hope you'll have a wonderful Saturday. It's morning time here. I'm going to go for a hike and then start moving into the new studio later today. So yay. But that's it. I appreciate it if you're watching. Leave some comments down below. While you're there, drop some sofas off for Rosco and Spirit, Bo and Luke, myself, and y'all, the rest of the Sofa Squad. So we'll have a place to hang out and talk about all these crazy cases. And until we do that, I'll see y'all soon.